Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing another episode of Medium. And today I'm going to be reviewing the 17th episode of the second season called Lucky in Love. Lucky in Love, indeed. The episode was directed by David Jones and written by Robert Darty. And the episode aired on March 13th, 2006. So what's this episode about? So, if you remember the episode, the 8th episode of the first season called Lucky, the title kind of gives it away a little bit, but basically Lucky is the nickname of Allison's brother, Michael. So basically, this is how he's known. So this episode is basically kind of like a follow-up episode to the 8th episode of the first season as to what happens to him and a year later and how he's doing, what he's up to, and so on and so forth. So this is basically a sequel episode, you might say. So, in this episode, Allison has a very strange dream in which he sees that he might have been involved in a bank robbery. Yes, that's pretty intense, all right. And a few days later, or a day later, if I'm not mistaken, Michael happens to be coming in town, right? So, he's right there, parked in the street where she lives, and basically he wanted to surprise her, but he didn't. He's been in town for a night now, but he didn't want to ring the bell too late, like at 2 o'clock in the morning. So he decided to wait it out, to sleep it up in his car. And basically, he's allowed to stay at Allison's house. But then Allison decides to confront him about this whole robbery thing so that she'll know if he's involved or not, right? And I don't want to spoil the episode, but basically, yeah, she's going to ask him about it, and then he's going to tell her what happened, and so on and so forth. And then as the episode goes on, Michael is still staying at Allison. He's staying at Allison to sleep, take a nap, just, he's passed out on the couch, and he's just sleeping. But then he's gonna tell her that he has a date, right? And that he has to go out. And the woman who's his date, there's something to her, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. But yeah, basically he has to meet her for he's going out on a date with her at some kind of I don't really know, kind of like a bar in a way, or a restaurant where they're gonna go and talk. And basically this young woman, there's something about her. Her name is Amelia Purcell, who's mostly known as Leah by, this is basically the name she goes by, Leah Purcell. And basically she's gonna ask Michael to help her with something. She would like to, basically, there's something that belongs to her that is at her ex-boyfriend's place, and she's gonna need Michael to help her and get it back. But then Michael, as he's trying to help her, at that hotel room, because this is a hotel room if I'm not mistaken. As he tries to help her, he's gonna find himself in some kind of a mess, and Allison is gonna try and help. Well, Leah might be able to help as well. Allison is basically gonna ask Leah to try and help her out with this. So Leah's gonna try and help both, right? On the one hand, Michael asks for help, and at the same time, Allison is going to ask for Leah's help, because since she might be the only one she's the only one who might be able to get through to Michael. And I leave you with that because I don't want to spoil the episode or anything. But basically, Allison manages to track her down, and since her brother is missing, she might be her only help. She might be, the only one who can saves his life. The only one who can save his life. The only one who can save his life. So this is basically it for this episode, I guess. And there is a bank robbery at the beginning, and is Michael involved or not? I'll let you find out for yourselves. He might be or not. But yeah, this is basically when he shows up in town, so it's pretty suspicious. And Allison is gonna basically be a little freaked out about it, knowing that he might be there. He might have been involved. And her husband, as usual, is trying to cheer her up by being funny and humorous. But maybe it's not going to work this time. But I thought it was pretty cool of him to crack up a few jokes. It was pretty funny. Typical Joe. Really liked his, the fact that he was part of the episode. He's part of every episode, but each time Allison's brother comes to visit, he's always so fun about it, so chill. It's pretty hilarious if you ask me. It's hilarious, man. So yeah, this is basically it. And then there's going to be a big reveal at some point about one of the characters, but I'll let you find out for yourselves, right? I don't want to spoil the episode too much or anything. So let's move on to the characters, the main actors for this episode, that is. Not the regular, I'm not going to quote the regular ones because they're in all episodes, so I'm going to make it a point to only focus on the main ones for each episode without having to go through the ones who are in every episode. Does that make sense? So we have Ryan Hurst as Michael, who is pretty great again. Then we have Rachel Miner as Amelia Leah Purcell. Awesome in this episode. Really liked her. She's a really great actress. She was awesome in this episode. Really liked what she did with the character. She portrayed it. She portrayed the character. She portrayed the character in such a great way. Then we have Salvatore Shureb as Bobby. Jaden Lund as bartender. Yeah, Salvatore Shureb was awesome as well as some kind of a villain, you might say, as Bobby. Then we have Jaden Lund as the bartender, Bunny Rivera as the maid, Madison Carbillo as Marie, Paula Fullerton as forensic officer, Thomas Robinson Harper as stunt bank robber number 2, and David Kyle as bank robber number 1. Bank robber number 1 and bank robber number 2 are played by David Kyle and Thomas Robinson Harper. So these characters were great, but my favorite actors from this episode are Rachel Miner first, then Ryan Hurst, and then Salvatore Shureb. My 3 favorite actors from this episode. But I really liked Michael in this episode. I liked him more. Actually, I'm not crazy about Michael as a character. He's kind of a deadbeat, really. He's kind of a deadbeat. But in this episode, he was kind of better in a way. I liked him. I liked the little kind of, I like the chemistry between Michael and Amelia Purcell. I like the fact that he really tried to save her. He really tried to make life better for her. He really tried to help her out. I like that a lot. and showed that I like the part with Allison trying to help as well. Really great episode, really enjoyed it. If I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I believe I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 for this episode. It was pretty good, especially with Michael back. And like I said, Rachel Miner as Leah Purcell. And then the bad guys and Bobby, who plays Salvatore. Surab, who plays Bobby. And near the end, there's a funny scene, in my opinion. And I'll just give you one clue, a little clue, because I don't want to spoil the episode or anything. Everybody on the floor. And then everybody's on the floor, kind of. But that's pretty much it. Those who have watched it know what I'm talking about. That was pretty funny. And even near the end, there's a funny kind of conversation. I'll let you know how it goes, what kind of a conversation it is. Because if I were to tell you what kind of a conversation it is, I'm afraid I might be spoiling the episode. Not that I want to or anything. So this episode was pretty great. 10.5 out of 10 for this episode. 8.5 out of 10 for this episode. I'm tired. Don't worry about it. I'm talking nonsense. 8.5 out of 10 for this episode. 8.5 out of 10. Is that loud and clear? 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 for this episode called Lucky in Love. What about you folks? What did you like? What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know in the comment section down below, as I really would love to hear about your thoughts and views on this episode. I'll see you for our next review very soon, God willing. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care of this whole channel for you, signing off.